It is a Friday edition of Uctv News. Welcome aboard. I'm Sunday Gloria Aboch. Now, the Kimanya Kabonera Member of Parliament, Abed Bwanika, has trashed allegations made by Balam Barugahari that him, alongside 8 councillors, have endorsed the first son, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba, when they visited the National Unity Platform Masaka head offices. Bwanika emphasizes that the purported office does not belong to the NUP party and that they don't have offices in that specific location where Balam had visited ahead of the Patriotic League of Uganda PLU, canvassing for supporters ahead of the Masaka Baraza, where General Muhoozi is expected to grace.
People put that office in that place. They are headed by Katuga, who leads Kunga in Masaka. We have been complaining that this group, they already joined the movement, and their work and purpose they are for the movement. Yesterday, the entire country now has got to understand what we are talking about, that these people, they are not of the opposition, they are for the movement. Councillor Katerega Ali, we have been complaining, and we complain to the headquarters that whatever he does, it is for the movement. He had interfaces with several councillors, with the Minister of Presidency when she came to Masaka. They asked also for jobs. We have that information. So yesterday, they were displayed in the public to understand their purposes. I also want to ask Mr. Nyanzi, Chairman Nyanzi, who is the head of Kunga in NUP, of what purpose is Kunga? Because we have been complaining that these people are not working for the opposition, they are not working for NUP. We have given you this information severally, but you have not moved in action. So we want to ask, what is the purpose of Kunga, now that we have seen the fruits of Kunga?
Public Services International PSI unions have called on Ugandan government to enact a coherent national policy on waste management to regulate various waste management practices such as increased disposal, segregation, modification, recycling, landfilling, incineration and treatment. The PSI Anglophone Sub-Regional Secretary Dr. Evelyn Akech noted that the lack of a clear national policy on waste management, insufficient budgets and infrastructure, weak strategic planning are some of the major challenges affecting public service delivery.
Now we realize that every time private sectors come into a sector, their major aim is to maximize profits. A good case study which came out from the research was actually waste management. It was noted that many of the companies concentrate on high-end or high-rise neighborhood. For instance, in Kampala, they have specific zoning where big companies actually only go where they're able to collect money. A household is actually charged between 30,000 and 50,000 for garbage collection. But when it comes to slums, you don't realize that they don't give them the same services like they give to high-end residences. So that shows you the disparity in terms of access to waste management, which, by the way, is a public good. So we still always have the argument that most of the times when the private actors come in, they'll only be able to invest their money where they're able to get profits. That's why you see many of them concentrating in Kampala, but many districts like Jinja, talk about the upcountry districts, do not have clear waste management because it is not such a profitable venture. And that's why I still want to call upon the government of Uganda that there's need to actually take waste management as a public service. Because if the environment is not cleaned, it has impact not only in terms of water access and quality, not only in terms of sanitation, but also it also impacts other services like electricity, health sector, among others. Now, in terms of the water sector, we must applaud the government of Uganda that national waters was not privatized. So unlike the sector of electricity and waste, water sector is still a little bit safe, and that's why I find that national water and sewerage is giving more returns compared to other sectors because they allowed the workers themselves to be able to run the services by themselves. However, when it comes to waste management, we still want to call upon the government of Uganda. Can we have a coherent national policy on waste management? One of the biggest challenges with the privateers, especially in terms of waste sector, is that majority of their workers lack protective gears. And this is putting their health at risk. Secondary is that they're actually being paid peanuts in terms of the work they give. And many of them have got precarious work. They don't have contracts. They're actually casualized. They're actually exposed to a number of health challenges, which really is not good for any Ugandan. Any Ugandan has got a right to work under a decent environment with adequate occupational health and safety measures being put in place. So we want to call upon the government of Uganda. Can we put in place mechanisms that can actually ensure that there's decent work and also protective equipment being provided for waste sector workers in Uganda? We also want to call upon the government of Uganda that they should actually find a way of normalizing how the operations of waste management in Uganda will be undertaken. Currently, if somebody is coming from the suburbs or if somebody is staying in the slums, the waste management there is actually not looked after. The research actually found that sometimes the waste management companies can take more than 3 days without collecting garbage. That is putting the life of the people and the citizens of Uganda at risk, but also putting a lot of pressure in terms of the health sector. If there's going to be an outbreak of a disease as a result of poor waste management, the government will have to spend more money. So we want to encourage them to have a look at that. While appreciating the decision of the government of Uganda not to renew the concessions, we want to call upon the new board that is going to take up the new workers that are going to be transferred from the concession companies to the government entity, that they should be able to look at the welfare of these people. Second, it is important for them to maintain the unionization of these workers. A union is there to ensure that workers' rights are actually protected, but there's also a harmonious working relationship between the employer and the employees.
Ugandans have been urged not to stop demanding for accountability from their leaders. The remarks have been made from the Assistant Secretary General of the Uganda People's Congress, Ben Chigongo Bakabulindi, who was responding to the calls for a forensic audit on Parliament following alleged cases of misappropriation of funds that has been making rounds on social media. Bakabulindi asserted that one of the basic rights of the Ugandan citizens is to hold their leaders accountable.
This follows the resumption of the parliament sessions today morning after several calls for the parliament leadership to come and clear the allegations of graft and misappropriation of public funds leveled against them. Today, when the parliament resumed business, the Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among, deliberately refused to respond to the accusations by packaging them as baseless social media concoctions. It is upon this that Bakabulindi Chigongo tasked all Ugandans not to relent in their pursuit for accountability from their leaders.
And on this matter, I appeal to the entire public to still demand for that accountability. This is our nation, this is our country. We have to get the true accountability to the last dot, without telling lies, without saying that we are not accountable to the people. We are the electorate, we are the voters. They must be accountable to us, and they must tell us exactly how our money is being spent.
In the same vein, Bakabulindi advised the Speaker of Parliament to address the raised concerns because she is answerable to the public.
We elected the Parliament to represent us, because not everybody can go there. But once they are there, they are answerable to the entire public. Therefore, the Speaker should come out in good faith, not because we are coercing her, not because anybody is talking ill of her. We are not hell-bent to tell anybody that what you are doing is not good. What we need is transparency and accountability into the general public.
He concluded by appealing to non-Muslims to offer support to the Muslims community during the Ramadan period.
We are glad that the Christian fraternity are almost finishing the Lent period. But as well, the Ramadan on the side of Muslims is also ongoing. I want to appeal to the entire Muslim community to observe the rules and rituals of Ramadan. And for those who have got, should help for those who don't have, by giving alms, by giving them some food, at least to complete their fasting in a good faith.
The Speaker of Parliament, Right Honourable Anita Among, has declined to address allegations of mismanagement of funds and irregular staff recruitment within Parliament, despite pressure from some legislators, notably the leader of the opposition, Joel Senyonyi, and Wemiyaga County MP, Theodore Sekikubo. Speaker Among dismissed allegations or accusations as being propagated based on rumours from unreliable sources stemming from anger over the recently passed Anti-Homosexuality Act.
Raising these issues on various forums. there has been deafening silence from this institution, Honorable Speaker, regarding the issues which are raised by the people. And like I said, we are a people-centered parliament. I've seen a spokesperson of Parliament a few times on radio stations and TV stations confirming some, saying some are partially correct, saying some of these allegations are exaggerated. But Honorable Speaker, today, this institution, which is a people-centered parliament, has not come out comprehensively, unequivocally, to explain itself to the people, for which we are a people-centered parliament, to account to the people of Uganda.
There's a procedure matter.
Have a clarification about the allegations in the media, so that we take a collective position, so that we come, we clean ourselves first. We are here to perform Article 79 of the Constitution, the oversight functions. We are taking oversight role on other institutions that are from government. But when it comes to us, we want to hide it under carpet. And it is a shame to this House if we proceed when such allegations are on our head and we continue as if it is business as normal.
Because what is also coming up is that other than the allowance that this parliament gave the commissioners, there is payment for servants.
I thought that is what
Yes.
is going to be.
So, right now, Mr. Speaker, 4.8 million, 12 million for fuel. Right now, Mr. Speaker, the procedure issue that I've raised is whether we should not go ahead to lay the papers and then have time to discuss what we want to discuss. So, Mr. Speaker, is it not procedure right that you call on the ministerial policy, it's a statement to be made, and then we discuss the other matters after? Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Next item.
I beg your indulgence, under Rule 9K and even OM, so that you allow these matters. You even have issued a statement. If you have issued a statement at that point, you say yes. But to proceed as if nothing has happened, we go to the next item. And yet, the only issue I have on my side is the member of this House. And once this House is on fire, I cannot sit down there. We need the answer. What happened?
Honorable members,
What happened?
sit and I give you an
What happened?
sit and give you an answer. Sit and I give you an answer. Honorable members, I will never, and I'm saying, never give you an answer on hearsay, on rumor mongering. And we are not going to run this house on rumor mongering. I just saw yesterday where they said the Honorable Uctv was dealing with the cocaine. Uctv is here. What cocaine is the guy dealing on? Me to answer you on hearsay, on the things that you have cooked on the social media, because I have said no to bank I will not. Next item.
The Uganda National Examinations Board UNEB has cautioned schools and the public against conmen impersonating as UNEB staff and security committee members and are extorting money from schools whose results were withheld, promising to have them released.
It has come to the attention of the Uganda National Examinations Board that there are some conmen who are masquerading either as UNEB staff or as members of the Examination Security Committee. Such fraudsters are currently extorting money from schools whose results were withheld on account of suspicion for involvement in examination malpractice. We would like to caution the public against involvement with such characters. We also would like to inform school heads as well as the public that cases of malpractice or where results of candidates were withheld due to malpractice are heard on their own merit. The candidates are invited by the committee for a fair hearing to defend their case. Schools should therefore not be hoodwinked into paying money to anyone under the pretext that such payment will cause the release of the results. Such people should be reported to police as soon as they contact you.
You are watching UCTV News. It's time now for Today in History. Thank you for watching UCTV News. We are going for a break and we'll be back.
UCTV, good news for all.
Catch incredible stories of resilience, success.
You can manage that money
with a topping of inspiration.
Get interested in people, not interested in yourself.
Inspire, achieve, repeat.
You are watching UCTV, good news for all. For this and more, tune in to Kasese Get Radio 100.5 in Western Region, located at the hill of the Diocese of Kasese. KGR brings you all Catholic programs and an advertising platform in all our radio shows like Good Morning Renzori, Chama Towoka, Ukute, the business show, Propeller, the request show and sports, Evaluation, Bahinga Bakuluka, Late Night Show, and many others. Our other services include Isuzu Tipa, a no car, public address system, live band, Omokekera, an audio recording studio, and outside live broadcast. For more information, call 0773-597-166 or visit our website www.kasesegetradio.com. Kasese Get Radio, Omusondoria, the voice of truth.
UCTV, good news for all.
And with that ends our Friday edition of UCTV News. I am Sunday Gloria Aboch. I am here to remind you that on Sunday we are going to be having the wrap-up of the stories that have made it through the week. Good evening and good night.